깜빡했다, 셀카. 잘 자라. 난 씻고 자러 간다. 수고해라.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if the strongest friendship was suddenly shaken by a single emotion no one expected? What if the smile everyone believed did nothing was actually concealing a secret that had been locked away for years? And what if the truth finally came out on a quiet evening, leaving millions of ARMY speechless? Stay until the very end, because every moment of this story reveals another layer of mystery, emotion, and unexpected twists. If this fictional story captures your imagination, don't forget to leave a comment sharing your favorite moment, like the video, and subscribe for more original BTS-inspired fanfiction. The practice room was unusually quiet. Only the sound of soft footsteps echoed across the polished floor as Taehyung stood alone near the window. The city lights shimmered outside, reflecting against the glass like thousands of tiny stars. Normally, he would be humming a melody or teasing the members with one of his playful jokes. But tonight was different. Something weighed heavily on his heart. For weeks, he had been carrying feelings he couldn't explain, convincing himself they would disappear if he simply ignored them. Yet every passing day made those emotions stronger instead of weaker. Across the hallway, laughter suddenly filled the air. Jungkook had just returned from another successful solo schedule. The younger member greeted everyone with his familiar bright smile, bowing politely to the staff before exchanging playful greetings with the members. Everyone congratulated him. Everyone celebrated him. Taehyung smiled too. At least, that was what everyone believed. Inside, however, another emotion quietly whispered to him. It wasn't anger. It wasn't disappointment. It was something he never imagined he would experience towards someone he loved like family. Jealousy. The realization frightened him. How could he possibly feel jealous of Jungkook? He had watched Jungkook grow from a shy teenager into one of the world's biggest artists. He had always been proud of him. Every achievement Jungkook earned felt like a victory for the entire group. So why did his chest suddenly tighten every time the spotlight lingered a little longer on Jungkook? Why did the applause sound strangely distant? Why did he feel as though he was slowly disappearing behind someone he had always wanted to protect? Taehyung hated himself for even thinking such thoughts. That night, he sat alone on the rooftop of their company building. The cold breeze brushed against his face while memories flooded back one after another. He remembered their trainee days, the tiny dorm, the endless dance practices, the nights they promised each other they would stand together no matter what happened. Back then, success belonged to all of them equally. Now everything seemed more complicated. Not because anyone had changed, but because emotions often ignored logic. Footsteps interrupted his thoughts. Without turning around, Taehyung already knew who it was. "You're hiding again," Jungkook said softly. Taehyung forced a small smile. "I just wanted some fresh air." Jungkook leaned against the railing beside him. For several minutes, neither of them spoke. Sometimes silence revealed more than words ever could. Finally, Jungkook broke it. "You've been avoiding me." Taehyung looked away. "I haven't." "You have." The younger member's voice carried no anger, only concern. "I know you better than anyone." Those words struck Taehyung harder than expected. Because they were true. Jungkook always noticed the smallest changes, even the ones Taehyung desperately tried to hide. "I've been wondering if I did something wrong." Taehyung immediately shook his head. "No." "Then tell me." The silence returned. Longer this time. He could hear his own heartbeat. Every instinct told him to keep pretending. To smile. To laugh. To say everything was fine. But another voice inside him whispered that real friendship could only survive honesty. Taking a deep breath, Taehyung finally spoke. "I've been jealous." The words felt impossibly heavy. Even saying them aloud seemed unreal. Jungkook blinked. "Jealous?" Taehyung nodded slowly. "I don't even understand why." His voice trembled. "I see everyone celebrating you, cheering for you, talking about your achievements. I should only feel proud." He laughed bitterly. "And I am proud. So proud. But sometimes..." He lowered his head. "I wonder whether I've fallen behind." The confession echoed across the empty rooftop. For a moment, Jungkook didn't answer. Taehyung prepared himself for disappointment, for awkwardness, for the possibility that everything between them had just changed forever. Instead, Jungkook quietly smiled, not because he found the confession amusing, but because he understood. You know something. Taehyung looked up. I've been jealous of you too. Taehyung stared at him in disbelief. What? Jungkook chuckled softly. I've always admired the way you walk into a room and make everyone feel comfortable. I've wished I had your confidence. I've wished I could express emotions the way you do. Taehyung frowned. You never told me. Because I thought it sounded ridiculous. The two of them laughed. Not loudly. Just enough to break the tension. Jungkook looked toward the skyline. We always compare ourselves to the people closest to us. But that's because they're the ones we admire the most. Taehyung remained silent. Every word slowly untied the knot inside his heart. Jungkook continued. Being jealous doesn't mean you love someone less. It means you're human. What matters is what you choose to do after recognizing that feeling. Taehyung felt tears forming in his eyes. Not because he was sad. Because he finally felt understood. The city lights sparkled below as the two friends stood together beneath the night sky, realizing that honesty could heal wounds silence only made deeper. For the first time in weeks, Taehyung smiled without forcing it. The burden he'd carried alone no longer felt impossible to bear. Neither of them had all the answers. Neither of them was perfect. But perhaps that was exactly why their friendship had survived every challenge. Not because they never experienced difficult emotions, but because they faced them together. As dawn slowly approached, the first rays of sunlight painted the horizon in shades of gold. A new day had begun. And with it came a quiet promise. No matter how bright one member's spotlight became, they would never stop reminding each other that true friendship was never measured by applause. It was measured by the courage to tell the truth, and by the willingness to stay, listen, and understand even when that truth was difficult to hear. For the first time in weeks, Taehyung woke up without the weight pressing against his chest. Sunlight filtered through the curtains of the dorm, painting soft golden lines across the room. He sat on the edge of his bed for a moment, replaying every word Jungkook had spoken the night before. Being jealous doesn't mean you love someone less. The sentence echoed in his mind. It hadn't erased his insecurities overnight, but it had given him something far more valuable, a chance to understand them. Downstairs, the smell of freshly brewed coffee drifted through the kitchen. The members were already gathered around the table, teasing one another as if nothing unusual had happened. Namjoon flipped through a notebook while discussing ideas for upcoming projects. Jin proudly placed a plate of breakfast in the center of the table, insisting that everyone compliment his cooking. Hoseok laughed so loudly that Yoongi jokingly covered his ears. Jimin smiled quietly, enjoying the familiar warmth that only the seven of them could create. Jungkook looked up as Taehyung entered. Their eyes met for only a second. No words were exchanged. No explanation was needed. A small smile was enough. The unspoken tension that had lingered between them for weeks had finally begun to fade. Still, Taehyung knew that admitting his feelings had only been the first step. Understanding them would take much longer. Later that afternoon, the group gathered in a large rehearsal studio. Their choreographer reviewed new formations while staff members adjusted cameras and lighting for behind-the-scenes footage. Everyone focused on their positions, repeating difficult sections until every movement felt natural. As the music stopped, the choreographer clapped his hands. Let's take 10. The members scattered across the room to rest. Taehyung grabbed a bottle of water and sat quietly against the mirrored wall. From across the studio, he watched Jungkook practicing alone. Even during breaks, Jungkook continued perfecting tiny details that most people would never notice. One movement. Again. Another. Again. A turn. Again. There was no audience. No cameras pointed directly at him. Only determination. For the first time, Taehyung didn't see someone effortlessly collecting success. He saw someone earning every second of it. He suddenly remembered countless nights from years ago. Jungkook staying behind after everyone else had left. Jungkook practicing vocals until dawn. Jungkook repeating difficult choreography hundreds of times without complaining. Those memories had always been there. Taehyung had simply forgotten to look at them. Jealousy had narrowed his vision until all he could see were the results, not the sacrifices. Jimin quietly sat beside him. "You've been thinking a lot lately." Taehyung smiled. "Is it that obvious?" Jimin chuckled. "Only if someone has known you for years." Taehyung sighed. "I think I forgot something important." "What?" "That everyone carries battles no one else can see." Jimin nodded slowly. "Success always looks easier from the outside." Those words settled deep within Taehyung's heart. Across the room, Jungkook finally noticed them watching. He waved. Taehyung waved back. This time, there was no uncomfortable feeling in his chest, only admiration. That evening, after practice ended, the members decided to walk together through a quiet park near the company building. The air was cool, and the trees rustled gently in the breeze. Fans went around, allowing the 7 friends to enjoy a rare moment of normal life. Yoongi broke the silence. "Do you remember our first showcase?" Everyone laughed at once. "The sound system almost failed," Jin recalled. "And somebody forgot part of the choreography," Hoseok teased. Jungkook immediately pointed at himself. "That was me." "No," Taehyung interrupted with a grin. "It was all of us." The others nodded. Back then, none of them had been perfect. They had simply relied on one another. As they continued walking, Taehyung slowed his pace until he was beside Jungkook again. "I owe you another thank you." Jungkook tilted his head. "For what?" "For listening." Jungkook smiled. "You would have done the same." Taehyung didn't answer immediately. Instead, he looked up at the evening sky. "I realized something today." "What?" "I wasn't really jealous of you." Jungkook raised an eyebrow. "I was jealous of the version of myself I thought I had lost." The younger member remained silent. Taehyung continued. "I kept comparing who I am today with who I believed everyone expected me to be. And every time I compared myself, I lost sight of why I started making music in the first place." Jungkook nodded thoughtfully. "Then maybe it's time to stop comparing." Taehyung smiled. "Maybe." Before they could continue, the others called them over. "Come on." Hoseok shouted. "We are taking a group photo." The 7 members gathered together beneath the fading sunset. A staff member counted. 3, 2, 1. The camera shutter clicked. In that frozen moment, no one could tell what conversations had taken place behind the smiles. No one could see the doubts, fears, or quiet confessions that had unfolded beneath the stars only a day earlier. They simply looked like 7 friends sharing another ordinary evening. Perhaps that was the beauty of friendship. The strongest bonds were not built because people never struggled. They were built because they chose to stay together even after discovering each other's imperfections. As the night settled over the city once more, Taehyung glanced toward Jungkook. Jungkook caught his eye and smiled. It wasn't a triumphant smile. It wasn't a reassuring smile. It was simply the smile of someone who understood that every person, even those standing under the brightest lights, sometimes needed another person to remind them they were enough. Far above them, the first stars appeared one by one. Neither of them noticed. They were too busy laughing with the people who had become their family. And somewhere deep inside, both of them knew that some conversations would never be shared with the world. Not because they were secrets, but because the strongest friendships often grew in the quiet moments that no camera could ever capture.